Ancient astrology can reveal so much about you. Astrology is much more than daily, weekly, and monthly horoscopes for your individual sun sign. It's even more than the mysterious Chinese zodiac articles that you read on your favorite restaurant's placemat. Astrology is actually a tool that's been left behind for us all to decode and use to uncover the way that our soul truly communicates to us. If you thought that was deep, it gets even deeper. Astrology is the ancient language of the planets and stars. Why do you think the saying "as above, so below" is not only so popular but truthful? By taking a moment to look up at the cosmos, we can learn a lot about ourselves on an individual level and about the world around us on a macro level. We weren't the only ones to discover the magic that our galaxy has to offer us. Astrology is very old. Like, really old. Not only did our great-grandparents have access to this information, but our great-great-great-great, you get the point. Our ancestors actually relied heavily on this ancient science and treated it just as such rather than taking the taboo approach that had been developed the past few thousand years. Across countless cultures all over the world, there are traces of astrology, birth charts, and how they used this ancient language to organize societies. One common theme is revolving around the sun. If you learned anything in science class, it's that our entire galaxy revolves around the sun. Don't you think that it's funny that all of our most successful ancient cultures revolve their calendars around the same blazing ball of light energy? The Egyptians, the Mayans, the ancient Chinese. The list goes on and on. It's also kind of interesting to think about the fact that you have three major signs, or your big three. This includes your sun sign, your soul sign, your moon sign, your innermost emotions, and your rising sign, or how you're perceived in the world. If you don't even know a lick about astrology, you probably know your sun sign and didn't even realize it. That's the zodiac sign that people know based on your birth date, but again, it gets deeper. Your sun sign explains your soul's purpose, which is why as you grow in age, you begin to step into your purpose. Or, as your ancestors might like to say, rise like the sun. Another coincidence might be that the word sol means sun and is pronounced like soul. Coincidence? I think not. So, the question is, why wouldn't you trust something that our great-great-great-great-great family members relied on so heavily? Applying ancient knowledge is much simpler than it was back in the day. When you're ready to dive into the mysteries of your own birth chart, all you have to do is rely on resources just like these. YouTube has countless videos to study, there are books galore, and the internet has hundreds of websites where you can actually generate your personalized birth chart information. From there, the world is literally yours to decode. Not only will you learn about your big three, but there will be so many rabbit holes for you to dive into, you probably won't know where to start. Thankfully, there are all of these resources right at our fingertips. If we look back to our past civilizations, you would actually learn that astrologists were actually wealthy and considered rare and ethereal. They were called upon by only those in power to help make serious decisions when it came to agriculture, laws of the society, and even when it came to war. Astrologers were a hot commodity because it tools days upon days to draw up charts and make the predictions they needed. The internet wasn't accessible and resources just like ours were not as easily shared. Learn more. Click the link on the description box.